Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I have the potentially last part of my Declutter series. I am so shocked that these videos have been so popular on my channel. I guess people just like seeing other people throw out stuff or declutter. Maybe it cleanses your own soul or like motivates you to start decluttering your stash or whatever it is. I'm happy that you guys have enjoyed it. Today is, like I said, potentially the last video from the series for now. Obviously, maybe in 6 months I'll do it again because I will have accumulated more stuff, but I have said in the past I am willing to do ones on skincare and hair care, so if you would like to see declutter videos about those two categories, then please let me know down below and I will gladly do that because I do need to declutter that as well. So today's installment is face products. So this is anything that I basically put on my face that does not include lips or eyes. So I have concealer, foundation, powder, bronzer, blush, highlight, and then palettes as well. Just because some things kind of combine multiple categories, so I can't really put it into one or the other. Now, I'm starting off with 157 products. It's a lot, and yeah, 157. It's a lot of products, but there's a lot of categories, so... Oh, and primers. Primers is another one that I have in here. So yeah, 157. If you want to see how I get it down and then to find out what the grand total is afterwards, keep on watching. Okay, so I'm going to start with powders. I have 7 of them, which is not a ton, but it's not going to be a huge declutter just because I'm actually only going to get rid of these two. This one's basically all done, and then this H&M one is actually too dark for me, so that's just not really there's no point in that. This one was too damn expensive to get rid of. It's the By Terry one. It is alright, it's not the best. I really like this NYX No Filter finishing powder. This one, the Maybelline Fit Me, is my absolute favorite. The Derma Blend is actually a really good loose setting powder, especially with the foundation, and then there's no way in hell that I'm getting rid of the RCMA No Color powder. This stuff is fantastic. So yeah, from 7 to 5, so not horrible, but they all serve their own little purpose. Okay, so next up for bronzers, again, not a huge collection. I only have 6 of them. And it's going to be a relatively easy declutter. I'm going to get rid of the NYC Sun & Bronze. I just never reach for it. I'm also going to get rid of this Mark one. It's just way too like orangey and dark for me. I'm also going to get rid of the Bronze Goddess from Estee Lauder. It's like a gel bronzer. I'm just never going to use that. I feel like it would just be a disaster with my fair skin. I am going to keep the Hard Candy one. This one is in Hula Hula. This one's fantastic in the summer for me, so I want to keep that. It has a little bit of shimmer. It's just super nice in the summer. And then I absolutely love my Sephora collection one. I actually have a backup of this, but that doesn't really count for declutters. And then I'm going to keep the Physicians Formula Super BB Insta Ready because it's really good for the winter because it's so nice and like light for my fair skin. So if you're darker, don't even bother with this one unless there's a darker shade because it'll be way too light for you. So yeah, so that's alright. Halved that. Now I only have 3 left. That's alright. Much more manageable. Okay, so this is actually the container that I keep all my foundations on my vanity in. Sorry about them looking dusty. They're dusty. It's life. But I have 13 foundations, and I don't know how well this is going to go. No, not this one for sure. This Shuamura Face Architect Smooth Fit Fluid Foundation. If you have extremely dehydrated and dry skin, you need to try this foundation, but even for me, it makes me too dewy, which is absolutely and utterly insane. I have 2 of the Neutrogena Healthy Skin ones. You can see that I've used both, kind of. I'm just wondering if it's really worthwhile to have 2 of them. So they're the exact same shade, and I have 2 bottles of it. You know what, this one was like more empty, so I'm going to get rid of that one just because it's probably older. I'm going to keep the 1 bottle of it. I'm also going to keep the Face Atelier Ultra Foundation, really nice. Also going to keep Derma Blend Smooth Liquid Camo. This stuff is no joke for pigmentation. Obviously keeping CoverGirl Ready Set Gorgeous. It is so good. If you haven't tried it, you need to. The L'Oreal Pro Glow, it's alright. Like, it's definitely not something I super reach for, but it's good enough that I'll keep it because I'll know that I'll get through it. I have 2 of the Maybelline Fit Me Hydrate and Smooth or Dewy and Smooth, depending on if you're from Canada or the US. One is in 110 and one's in 115. The 115 is basically gone, so let's just toss that. I can get a new one come the summer. This is the Bourjois Healthy Mix Serum. I have just a little bit left, so I'm just going to try and plow through that in the next little bit. This is the Yves Saint Laurent Le Teint Touche Éclat. It's alright. It's not my favorite foundation. I just don't really want to get rid of it because I spent so much money on it. So I might just try and get through it. And then I have 2 things from CoverGirl. I have the Stay Luminous on the left, and then the Stay Fabulous. This Stay Fabulous is too dark for me, but I tend to right now put like a pump of that plus a pump of like the Stay Luminous or say the Infallible Plural Glow, something like that, just to kind of darken everything up. But I think, yeah. So I had 13. And this is what I'm going to be keeping, which will be 10. So it's not that good of a declutter. I just know that I can get through these foundations with no problem. So there's really no point in kind of tossing them because I'll just be able to use them. Unless it like broke up my skin or something, that would be useless. Or if it's, you know, kind of out like this one or... yeah, but yeah, so from 13 to 10, not too shabby. Okay, so these ones were kind of strange. It's just because some things have like bronzer and highlight, some have blush and highlight. Like, you can't really qualify it as that as like one category or the other. So I figured I'd just put like a duos and palettes type of thing in one little category and try and declutter those. I have 10 of these, and we'll see how this kind of goes. Now, this Jaclyn Hill Becca palette, yes, it is lovely. It's great. If you can't tell though, mine is broken, and I honestly don't reach for it, which is just such a shame because I originally didn't actually want to buy it, and then I was kind of sucked in because of the hype, and then I bought it and I've barely used it. I might see if some of my friends want this. I don't know. It's just, I have Champagne Pop already. This one's a little tough, so it's not really a getting rid of right now, but it certainly doesn't really serve me a lot of purpose in my life. So I might, yeah, just see if one of my friends or something wants it and doesn't mind a broken packaging, and then I might just give it to them. But we'll see. So this one's not really a get rid of. This is the Nikki Garrett. It's a duo. It's a contour and highlight duo. It's really nice. Keeping that. It's a great Canadian company that I want to, you know, support. This is the Becca, like, highlighting one. I'm definitely not getting rid of that. The only reason why I kept it as like a palette is because this one I would use as a blush, so it's not really just highlights for me, so that's a definite keep. The Hourglass, like, original, like the trio, this is so good. I'm definitely not getting rid of that. This is the Makeup Revolution blush palette, and it's so good. It has 4 blushes and 4 highlights, so this one is actually fantastic, and this highlight is absolutely insane. Definitely keeping that. This is the e.l.f. It's like a blush and bronzer contour duo. It's alright, but I find that like the bronzer's just a little bit too dark for my liking, and I just don't reach for it, so this one is gonna go. Same with the Essence contour powder. The bronzer is actually pretty nice, and the highlighter's nice and light, but I just don't reach for it. Heck, this is the Estee Lauder New Dimension Shape and Sculpt Face Kit, and I don't think I've ever really even taken it out of the box. Basically, it's 2 cream products, and this is just way too dark for me, so I'm going to give that one away for sure, because I just don't use it. And then I have 2 Quo ones left. This one, and they always come out with like their collections. They have these like palettes, so this one is more of like a contour one, so it's like a really deep one, a highlight, and then a lighter bronzer color, and then this one is like a highlighting palette, but this one's like a blush, a highlight, and then this one is kind of like a finishing powder almost, but with a touch of color to it. They're so different in the, like, I'm just trying to think if I really would reach for these. I know that I would never use this for sure. The highlight's nice, but you know, it's pretty generic. And the blush is nice enough, but I do have some nice blushes. So this one I'm going to get rid of. This one is pretty dark, but relatively, it's not like crazy pigment, so I could get away with it. And that's just a really nice, like, matte white color. I don't know if I'd really use it though. That lighter color is really nice. But you know what? I'm just not going to reach for those, so there's really no point, so I might as well get rid of those as well. So I'm getting rid of 5, and I had 10, so I actually split this one in half just like my powders. So that's not too bad, and definitely will clear up some space in my drawers, for sure. Okay, so this is actually one of the largest parts of this whole video is my concealer collection, which seems really strange, but I have 21 of these, so I'm hoping that I can get this down maybe in half. But yeah, let's see here. Pixie thing that's going, it's just too dry. Keep the Mary Kay, keep the Too Faced Born This Way, and the Makeup Forever HD. So all these Mary Kay ones are allowed to stay. This is basically all done. So I'm wondering if I should, I think there's a little bit of life in this one, so I'll keep that and just finish it off. MAC Pro Longwear, definitely. This is the Mary Kay Under Eye Corrector, it's fantastic. This is the Maybelline Fit Me, really good. This one is in a darker shade of that same concealer, but I actually use it for contouring, so that, I guess it's more like a bronzer, but it's in a concealer. This Sephora Bright Future Corrector is so good, I'm definitely keeping that. This is the Makeup Forever Full Cover. It's almost done, so I'm just going to throw that out. Benefit Ooh La Lift. It's an under eye brightener. I've never used it. I don't really want to, so that's a goodbye. This Quo Cushion Concealer is actually really nice, but I have color correctors already, so there's no point in keeping this. I have another Mary Kay one, but I think this is actually too dark. Yeah, it's like way too dark. You can see that it's like very yellow, so I'm going to get rid of that. This is the Revlon Photo Ready. It's like in a stick. I never use it. This is the Avon Brightening Concealer. It kind of peels away my foundation sometimes, so that's a goner. Definitely keeping the Makeup Forever Full Cover. I use that a lot. This is the Benefit Fake Up Under Eye Concealer, and I hate it. It is way too oily and greasy, and you'd think someone with dry skin would love it, but it just creases like mad. It's just, ugh, it's just bad. You can't really see this, but this is the Collection 2000 or Collection, whatever, the one from the UK, the concealer that like everyone freaking raves about. Well, there's no package, like no writing on it anymore. It's in Fair. I actually keep this at hand at work, just so that I have a concealer at work on the go, but it's a little thick for my liking. So I'm actually tempted to just toss it, because I would rather just bring the Maybelline one, because I actually really like how this looks. So yeah, I'll get rid of that one. And then I have the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind, and this one's in brightening, but I definitely prefer like one of the Sephora ones rather than this pinky tone, so that will also go. Okay, so this pile is going, this one's staying. I'm getting rid of 10 products, which means that I'm left with 11. A few of these, like the Mary Kay ones, I've used so much that I think that they're just going to be done soon, so those will probably leave my collection relatively soon, but that's alright. It's almost in half, so that's pretty good. Okay, another big one, which I didn't really think I would have a ton, but a lot of these are sample size, so I guess that kind of makes it okay. These are all of my primers, or basically anything that you'd put on underneath foundation. I do have a lot of these Makeup Forever ones. I won the entire set, so that's why. But let's see, this Dior Air Flash Primer, that is definitely going. I have the Boots Botanics Radiance Balm All Bright. It is actually really nice, but I can get radiance out of my foundation and my highlighter, so I don't need it in my primer. I'm definitely keeping the Chanel LeBlanc de Chanel, that's for sure. The green one for Makeup Forever, definitely keeping. This one is the smoothing primer. I much prefer the Benefit one, so that's going to go. This is a sample of the Burberry Fresh Glow. I've never tried it, so I'll keep that. Same with the Smashbox Primer Oil. Never used it, but I'll keep it. This is the Guerlain Meteorites. I don't really use it. Going away. This is the Becca Backlit Priming Filter, and I tried it once, and I absolutely hated it. So that's going to go. My favorite, the Professional from Benefit, that's staying. This is the HD Make Up Forever. It's basically done. I might as well just toss it. This is the Radiant Primer. It's like a peachy color. I don't really reach for that. Laura Mercier, really good foundation primer. This is hydrating. I will keep that one. A little tiny itty bitty Professional. That's also staying. I love the hydrating one for Make Up Forever. I don't really use these Radiant ones, both the blue and the pink. I just don't tend to use them, so those will go away as well. This is the Deciem Hylamide Photography Foundation. I put it underneath my foundation. It is really nice. I will keep that. I love the Nourishing one as well from Make Up Forever. This is another Laura Mercier, but not the hydrating one, so that I will keep. This is the Shiseido Glow Enhancing Primer. If you want something super shiny, you need to do this. But I'm not a huge fan, so I will put that one aside. The Smashbox Photo Finish Blemish Control, I don't really need that, so that will go as well. And then the Dior Glow Maximizer Light Boosting Primer. I absolutely love this one. It's really nice. It does give a glow to the skin, but it's nothing too much and doesn't give too much of an oil. So yeah, it's really nice. Okay, so I think I miscounted. I had 23 primers to begin with. I think I might have said 21. But anyways, I'm keeping 12 and I'm getting rid of 11, which I think is a pretty good split. A couple of these will be used up relatively quickly, and a couple of them I just haven't tried and I really want it to. So I wanted to make sure I got to give those a go. But all of these ones over here, I'm not going to keep. So that's a pretty decent split, I would say, especially because the bottles are so big, it takes up so much space. Okay, so this one is my highlighters. I have 22 of them, and we will see how this all goes. I know for sure this Essence Dark Romance, even though it's so pretty, it's a cream highlighter I will never use. Another one I'm actually going to get rid of is this Cindy Luminizer. It's not the Mary Luminizer, calm down. It's just this like pinky one. I just don't really reach for it. So that's goodbye. The Essence Pure Nude one is really nice. It's a definite maybe. The Gosh Lumi Drops, so lovely. Definitely keeping those. I've never tried MAC Strobe Cream, so I'm going to give that a try. Another one that I haven't tried, but I bought a really long time ago, aka in the summer when I was in Vegas, it's the Milk Face Gloss. I'm definitely going to keep that to give that a try. Hard Candy Glow All the Way. I just don't use it. That's going to go bye-bye. I absolutely love the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector, like liquid one. This one is in Moonstone. It is so lovely. Definite keep. Rimmel Wake Me Up, Instant Radiance Shimmer Touch, Flush of Pearl. No, I'm not going to use that. This is the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector Spotlight, and this one is in Moonstone as well. I'll definitely give that a try. I love Becca products. No surprise here, this is Champagne Pop. If you'd like to see how much I've freaking used of it, there you go. There's a little bit of makeup porn for you. For sure, you can see rings. It's absolutely insane. This will never leave my side. This one is the Chanel one. It was from, I can't remember which collection it was, but it is so lovely and so delicate. I absolutely love it. It's the Jouer Contrast Lumière in Coupe de Minuit. So that one is staying. This was my first ever highlight, guys. This was the Revlon Color Stay Mineral Finishing Powder in 10 Brighton. It's so lovely, but I have things that compare to this now. But this was my first highlight for sure. The Body Shop Honey Bronze. It's like a little highlighting dome. I never use it, so goodbye. This is Benefit's High Beam. I never use that. Benefit's What's Up, though. I do actually really like this one, so I'm going to keep it, even though I don't use it a ton. MAC's Extra Dimensional Skin Finish, if I did that right. Extra Dimension Skin Finish, yeah, in Double Gleam. I absolutely love it, and I've raved about it on this channel. Another little tiny Becca. This one is Opal. It's so pretty. So definite yes. Wait, I think I lost one. I think I lost a highlighter. I used to have 2 of these Color Pops. I had Smoke and Whistles and Lunch Money, but I don't know where Lunch Money is. That's a little strange, but if I ever do find that one, it will stay. I actually really like these highlights. They're super nice and light. The Hourglass ones, a lot of people didn't like these. I actually really enjoyed this one. This one is the Ambient Strobe Lighting Powder in Iridescent. Definite stay. And then I have another Quo palette. This one is a highlighting palette. You can see this one's like really yellowy. This one's like very beige. And this one is probably the only one I'd probably use. So this is also going to go. Don't think that because I've gotten rid of all my Quos that they're bad. It's just that there's no sense in me having them just because I have so much product already. I am going to keep this Essence Pure Nude just because it is so nice and like pretty subtle. So that's pretty good. I'm really sad though about this Color Pop. Where'd it go? Okay, so apparently I can't count again. I had 21 highlighters, not 22. But it's life. So I'm actually going to keep 13, and that means that I'm getting rid of 8. Of course, if I find my other Color Pop one, I will also be keeping that. But this is definitely a little bit more manageable than that. It just seems that this added a little bit too much bulk for my liking. Okay, this is the behemoth of the face product categories, and actually the last one for this video. So these are all of my blushes, and I have 51 of them. 51 blushes. This is a lot. It's going to be very hard to get down, and unlike the other ones where I was able to talk through just because there wasn't a ton of product for any of the other categories, I'm just going to speed this up as I go, and then I'll explain kind of at the end what I kept and what I didn't. Okay, so this is the side that I am not keeping, and I actually have 20 of them in here, which means I have 31 blushes left, which I know is still a lot, but I think it's still a really nice dent. The reason why I'm getting rid of a lot of these is that I don't reach for them, or there's just other shades that I reach for a lot more, or there's something like this Lorac one, it's cream products, and I hate those. So yeah, I just don't really want that. I might get rid of 22. I actually really like the Bare Mineral blushes, but I just don't reach for them enough to make it worthwhile. So you know what? Yeah, I have to be strict on myself. Get rid of 2 more. So I'm actually going to get rid of 22, which means that I'm going to keep 29, which I think is a little bit more. It's a little bit more reasonable. If you want to hear the final tally of what I got rid of versus what I had originally, stay tuned. Okay. That went pretty well, I would have to say. So, grand total, that's left, unless you were counting, which I really don't know if anyone counts during these things. 88 products are left, which is pretty good considering that's over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different categories. So that's pretty fantastic. Obviously, like blushes, I didn't do too hot on. Like I kind of did, but I kind of didn't. I still have like 29 of those, but it is what it is. So, and well, primers I did well. Yeah, blushes. I guess that's my weak spot for my face. But yeah, again, let me know if you want to see skincare and hair care installments of this. And then also, I had said in my previous video, I will be continuing somewhat of a declutter series on the channel. Not with those 2, let me know if you want those 2 categories, but I'm also going to be doing Sample Killer in February. Basically, this is inspired by a blog series that was on one of the girls' blogs that was part of the CBB. I don't think she's blogging anymore. I do not believe. She might be, but not about beauty. But basically, it's try and get rid of many sample packets as humanly possible in like a month. So you can use them for any which way, like if you want to use a lotion but put it all over your body so that it gets done, or use it as like hand cream or whatnot. Yeah, it's just to get rid of as many samples as possible. I've already started doing it, so the first one that I do, so like the second week of February, that one will probably have more samples, but we'll see. And then the last week of February, I will do another video on that, and then see where I'm at, and then I might kind of put them throughout like maybe once a month or once every 6 weeks or so moving forward, just so I can kind of get that part of my collection down as well. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and make sure to follow me on social media and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. So I will see you next time. Bye everyone!